What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you're all doing very well. And it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, and I apologize. I haven't done a video on Holy Pally in quite a while. I've just been really busy. Life has been really crazy lately. If you've been following the streams, we had a subathon, and I did a bunch of stuff there. I shaved my head. Basically, I didn't shave it, but I buzz cut it on stream. That was really fun as well. Yo, guys, the gnome would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe on the video. All right, thanks, bye. I've been really busy, but I have been doing some Paladin stuff, and we're going to get into it. If you don't know what's going on in this patch really quickly, I'm at 676 item level right now. You can basically get up to about 680 item level right now with the uncapped crest system that is here now. So all the crests are uncapped. You can just farm indefinitely, and then you can upgrade all your items with the new max item level, which is 8 out of 8 instead of used to be 6 out of 6. Now it's 8 out of 8. So I've been slowly chipping away at that. I could be around 680 item level if I was really no-lifing it on my Paladin, but I've been busy doing other things, as I said. With the dinar system that came in, I did purchase the Moxie Jug, which I was excited to get. A lot of my gear is myth track. It's all good to go. I don't really need anything. I could have gotten like a pick-me-up trinket, but I've said this before in this channel. The pick-me-up healer trinket is fine, but in Mythic Plus, it mostly just overheals. So I got the Moxie Jug to get crit, and I really wanted to try a crit-focused build because the keys that I've been doing recently, I've been doing with LIGHTSMITH. And if you've been watching on the stream, I've been doing a bunch of 14s. I'm almost 14 resil, and then I did a 15 Darkflame, which I'm about to show you. Very, very fun key, and I've been doing it all with the LIGHTSMITH build. And so I've been trying to get as much crit as possible, because when you critically strike with Judgement, you get the Hammer and Anvil proc. There's a bunch of really good crit synergy going on there. So here's what I want to say in this video is primarily not that like Herald of the Sun is bad and I think LIGHTSMITH is like better. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is simply to show you that LIGHTSMITH is actually good and that it can handle hard content. Every key that I've been doing, all the 14s and 15 and this 15 now has been with this LIGHTSMITH build. I'll link it down below. You can check it out down there. Okay. Most notably, Light of the Martyr is what we're adding. Remember, in season 1 is what LIGHTSMITH was when it was played primarily, and then it got nerfed heading into season 2. Light of the Martyr got buffed, so we're adding Light of the Martyr, and then we're just taking the fact that Tempered in Battle and Hammer and Anvil got nerfed. I'm not running Blessed Assurance anymore because it got turbo nerfed, so we're running Divine Guidance instead. I have Veneration because it got buffed. That's the build there. So let's dive into the video and just watch and see how it kind of handles this. So again, this is a plus 15 Darkflame Cleft. I am with a bunch of buddies that I know. Everybody in the key I know and we're in comms with. So that's definitely obviously very helpful. What I would say about that is that you will be able to do plus 15s in pugs in the next week or so, because the gear, the item level has gone up so dramatically. We were all stuck at like 671 kind of thing, and now we're gonna all be going up to like 680. It's like insane. That is a massive jump in item level. Just in raw power that you're getting. So just be aware of that. You'll probably be able to push into like plus 15s and stuff in the near future. Now, one thing I want to touch on quickly about healers in general is the damage. Holy Paladin, I think, does the most damage of any healer now. I actually don't think it's close. Like Mistweaver, I've seen Mistweavers finish a key around 600k, having done 600k like overall. On this build that I'm running, like in every single AoE pack, I'm over 1 million. Sometimes I'm hitting 2 to 2.5 or 3 million in like a brewery, like Cinderbrew Meadery. You know, the first pack of Cinderbrew Meadery, how it's massive. So I think the damage of Holy Paladin is exceptional. The damage from like Mistweaver Monk is really good. Shamans are hitting like 400 to 500k overall at the end of a dungeon. I've been north of 600 on my Paladin. Oracle Priests are lower right now because Oracle doesn't really have that much damage. The way that Disc Priest is being played right now with Oracle, it just doesn't have that much damage. Yeah, on the damage front, I just wanted to mention that because I think that this is actually a genuine thing that Holy Paladin can bring that other healers aren't going to bring as well, because they just don't do as much damage as Pally does. Pally's just absolutely pumping right now. And especially with the build that I'm running, it's kind of funny. This got buffed really quickly. Let me go to the build again. This got buffed right here, Righteous Judgment. So Judgment has a 100% chance to cast Consecration. Used to be 50%. So now when you're playing melee wings, which is what you play when you're running Lightsmith, you get faster Judgment casts. Like inside of Bloodlust, it's like Judgment, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Crusader Strike. Every one of those Judgments is dropping a Consecration on the ground, and it does not have a limit. The regular Consecration you cast yourself does have a limit, only one. But then every Consecration you get from Judgment is unlimited. So you get like, you can get 4 or 5 of these things stacked up, and they start dealing a significant amount of damage. You can see all the little numbers popping up there. Like I'm doing a lot of damage right now. So little caveat, if you don't care about damage on a healer, I understand, I get it. But for those of you who do, Pally's pumping right now. And I think it's relevant, actually, the higher up you go, if you can eke out a bunch of extra damage for your team. It's kind of nice that way. So here's the opening packs. These are very dangerous. We got through them all, yada, yada. Let's get to the first boss. This is Waxbeard. The only real thing to think about on Waxbeard, the only real problem is, of course, the person who gets fixated. And then, of course, doing damage to the carts. We're padding on the ads here, so we're going to have a lot of damage. But I'm already doing 900k. I mean, I'm telling you, this is just insane. Another reason why I'm really excited to have the Moxie Trinket is that it gives me crit. Again, trying to stack crit as much as possible. All those consecrations critting are doing a lot of extra damage. And then on top of that, your healing critting does a lot of extra for you as well. And with the Lightsmith build, whenever your Judgment crits, it has that hammer and anvil proc. And my God, is that thing good. I'm going to show you the healing on it later. But first boss, pretty easy here. Didn't really have an issue. Just remember to fixate whoever, to sack whoever gets fixated. Or if you're running this Lightsmith build, you can throw your shield onto whoever gets fixated, because your shield is pretty big. It's like 2 to 3 million up front, the shield itself, and then it'll accumulate more shield over time. So whoever's getting fixated will have that kind of regenerating shield on them, which is super nice. You can see Uxi's getting fixated right now, and I do not have anything for him. I'm going to pop, I think, my Virtue in a second here. Actually, no, I guess I just left him. He popped Turtle, I think, or some kind of defensive, because I didn't have sack for him, but he was okay. And then that's the rest of the boss. Waxbeard's dead. Now, we go to the edge of this platform here. Lynx is going to gather up the next set of mobs, and we're just going to wait for him. We are going to pull this Wandering Candle down here, and we're going to fight this pack, and you're going to see we're going to end up getting triple candle in a second here. So this guy's doing that quenching blast, right? That's the main thing to watch out for. So now we're going to have triple candle. That's 3 quenching blasts. It's kind of like in Priory of the Sacred Flame when they do their divine toll thing, sacred toll. You know how you can handle like 1 or 2 of those, and then once you get to 3 of them, it can start to get a little bit hairy. This is kind of a similar situation. So there's the first quench right there. Then we have second quench right now, but it's really not hard with this build, guys. I've said this in a bunch of videos now, and I'll just say it quickly once again. All the baseline abilities for Pally have sort of been significantly buffed. So like Holy Prism and Divine Toll especially are really strong, and they can cover all of these different damage events very, very well, which is nice. Now, I have a proc of Awakening. This is really huge. This is much bigger with the Lightsmith build than it is with the Herald of the Sun build. When the Herald of the Sun build, when you get an Awakening proc, you throw your Judgment and it gives you like 1 Dawn Light. And it could put a Dawn Light randomly on you, which means you don't even get a connection beam between an enemy and yourself. Sometimes it can be really bad RNG. With Lightsmith, it's way better because you get a guaranteed Hammer and Anvil proc, which is going to crit. Everything's going to crit. So it does a lot of healing, which is very, very nice. So this quenching is coming out. I pop Virtue on everybody. And then as soon as the damage comes out, again, I had some shields on people already from the Lightsmith, like just the shields that you throw out, right? So everybody's health didn't really move that much. But anyway, I was prepared for it. I had a proc for it, and it was really, really nice. Yeah, absolutely loving that. I will say as well, if you guys want me to talk about this in a different video, I'm doing basically the exact same build that you're seeing right here. I'm doing in the raid. I'm doing Lightsmith in the raid, and it's performing very well as well. So if you want to know about that, let me know. Let me know about that, and I will cook up a video for you on that. Here's an explosive coming out here. I miscommunicated with links here. I mistimed my CC. I'm supposed to CC these right now, and I agreed 1 extra global, and it costs us because I didn't have time to get my blinding light off in time. So everybody's very injured now, but we have wings and virtue coming up. Here it is. Pop virtue, press wings. Everybody's health gets redistributed because we also already had the tempered in battle, right? When you have armaments on people, when you have those swords in particular on people, and their health drops below 40%, it gets redistributed like a mini spirit link. It's so broken. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And it just counts as extra healing because it is. You just steal health from other people. Pretty awesome. There's another big explosion there. Not a problem. We're going to get everybody topped up here with Holy Prism and a Wog, and everybody's fine. Okay, this boss fight, really nothing happens. So we're going to skip past Blazicon. Yada, yada. We'll kill this pack. But remember, this is a plus 15, guys. So if you don't think that this is possible for you to do, you probably could do it. You probably want to be in like a coordinated group with comms. I will say that. That's very helpful. I don't want to be disingenuous about that. If you don't know yet, in this key, everybody skips this pack now. Everybody skips this mini boss. Nobody does the Torch Snarl mini boss anymore. You basically run over to the right here, and you jump up on this wax pile, and then you can just jump over this with like a Warlock Gate. Priest can help you do this with Mind Soothe. There's a lot of ways to do it, okay? But if you're doing it natty, like I am right now, you have to get up on this wax pile, and then you need a movement speed buff to jump. So I'm going to freedom myself, and now I'm going to make the jump. And there we go. I nailed it. If you do it without any movement speed buffs at all, you're going to fail. Okay, it's not going to work. But again, there's other ways of doing it. Evokers can rescue people up there. There's like a million ways to do it, okay? Now, we're going to fight the Candle King. This is arguably one of the hardest healer checks in all of the Mythic Plus dungeons right now. And this is on a plus 15. And just remember, we're doing this Lightsmith build. So I promise you, if you can handle... If the Lightsmith build can handle a plus 15 Candle King fight, you can pretty much handle anything. And I really have been running this build in every single dungeon. It's been going very well. So what you want to do is just press Virtue on cooldown and get everybody healed up with whatever cooldowns you have available. I had melee wings here. Like, look at this healing here. We have wings coming up in our Virtue in a second. Sorry. Everybody's about to detonate right now. This is the most dangerous part of this entire fight from a healer perspective, is when these little circles are about to detonate, everybody's going to take a lot of damage. So get a Virtue out on everybody or whatever you want to prep for it. And then I think you could use Divine Toll. I used melee wings, and I got a big crit there for my Judgment. So it did a lot of healing, and we're already doing over 2 million HPS. Not a problem. And then we keep that consistency going. This build has a lot more consistent healing versus Herald of the Sun, which can have incredibly high burst moments of healing where like literally everybody's invincible inside your 2-minute wings, right? Inside your 1-minute wings with Lightsmith, you're a little bit more vulnerable, but everybody's still pretty safe, I would say. Not as safe as Herald for sure, but pretty good. But what you trade, what the trade-off that you get with Lightsmith is that you get that consistency. Every time you throw Judgment, it's proccing healing. You know, every time it's not gonna get Hammer and Anvil every time, but it might get the Judgment, the other talent that we take there. And you're getting consistent healing with your shields that are out on everybody, or your swords that are redistributing health. You know, you're just getting that kind of consistently. You have 1-minute wings instead of 2-minute. So more consistently, you are getting your wings up and available, ready to help people. So that's just kind of the trade-off that you're getting with this build. And you can see we're pumping. We're doing, everybody gets pretty low here, but boom, we get a Divine Toll. Top of everybody. Oh no, it wasn't even Divine Toll. What was that? Was that a Judgment? Sorry. Everybody's low. Oh yeah, this is a proc right here. We have a proc. This is without Virtue, so it's kind of a natty proc. But this is a Awakening proc. We throw this, and then boom! Look how much healing that did in one global. That was insane, actually. And yeah, you will have to end up using all of your tools, no matter what healer you're playing here. But I felt really comfy on this fight. There was a couple moments where I was like, this is a little spicy, but for the most part, I felt very comfortable, and I could have played it even better. I didn't play it super well. Like, there's a couple moments where I just should have played much, much better. So it's not that bad. This is what I'm trying to say. On Paladin, it's not that bad. And our damage, while we're doing one of the hardest healing fights in the game right now, our damage is still 400k, a little over 400k, which is pretty insane for a healer, in my opinion. Pretty good. Now, We make a colossal blunder on the candle cart section here. We tried to split this thing into two. So we do one massive pull right here, and then we're going to do a second massive pull later, and we kind of mess it up. And honestly, looking back at the tape, I realized that this is all on me. I thought that somebody else had made a mistake, but it was 100% my fault, and this is kind of hilarious. So Lynx gets everything gathered together here, and then Lynx wants to move away from this area because all the minions are dying. So he's going to run for this candle right here, okay? Now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go get a candle and get prepped to throw the candle into the cart. And guess what? I ran for the exact same candle that Lynx did. I stole his candle. So now he's out here in the darkness with no aggro because he doesn't have a candle. So he's like basically can't even almost be targeted by the... He has like basically his aggro immediately drops and it goes onto Button and onto Uxie. And they get wrecked, and then I get wrecked, and then we all get wrecked. And anyway, so that was my fault. But here's what I want to show you. We start this section at 12:42. Let's say right there, about 12:42. We make a massive blunder. We die repeatedly over and over again, and our timer goes all the way down to 6 minutes and 40 seconds. 6:30 by the time we leave. By the time we start throwing dynamite, it's like 6:25. We lose 6.5 minutes of time because we made such a colossal blunder. And you might think, well, the key is cooked, right? The key is completely cooked. No, man. That's how forgiving this key is. We're going to run up here and we're going to pull whatever remaining trash that we need directly onto the boss. Okay? We're just going to pull it right onto the boss because we're out of time. But if we can nuke this down with the boss, then it's fine. We have more than enough time to do that. So we pull the boss. Button does the candle. Get the boss going here. We have Bloodlust. We pop Bloodlust and we go. And I pop Wings. I don't even need to really heal right now. Honestly, there isn't a lot of healing except for on Lynx. I just have to keep dispelling Lynx. That's about it. Otherwise, there really isn't a lot of healing to do. But I'm doing damage. I'm actually getting a lot of damage out right now, which is good. I grab a candle to go top this thing up. And then we're going to get this... We're going to get the AoE. The only thing you really have to worry about on this fight is, as a healer, is to get ready for the AoE that's coming out. He does pulsing damage on the entire team. And then you have, it's called Eternal Darkness. He's doing it right now. It also shrinks the candle. So you have to bring a candle in while he's pulsing, and you have to heal your entire team. So I'm going to bring a candle in. I'm going to pop Divine Toll, I think. Actually, I don't even need to. Man, I'm just doing melee wing stuff. Melee wings carry so hard, man. Avenging Crusader is just crazy in how much healing it does. So there you go. We dealt with the entire pack, and now we have 4 minutes left. You might also notice that we're at 99% trash count because we didn't quite get that right either. So the call was to just stay with the boss fight until it was over and then go pick up the last percentage of trash later. So here comes the second Eternal Darkness. I'm popping Virtue before it comes out, throwing a Judgment, and then I'm going to go Divine Toll, and we're good. And I'm going to go out and get another candle. I'm just topping people with like Holy Shocks and Wogs, like basic healing. And then we get down to about 58%. We got to get him to 55%. Here's the last Eternal Darkness. Button did a great job with the second candle there. And then the boss is dead. Bada boom, bada bing, bada dead. And we have to go. We still have 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. So we started that fight. That fight took us like 2.5 minutes. It took us 2 minutes and 52 seconds. It's a really fast fight. On a plus 15, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So it's not that bad. Then we kill these last two straggler darkness dudes. And then that's it. We got it. Literally got it done. I got 29 points for that. It was kind of disgusting. That's a plus 15 Darkflame Cleft. So there's my damage. It's obviously skewed because of Throw Dynamite. So let's subtract 15% of 687. You probably have to take off about 100, not 100K, it's like 80K. So I did about 600K in the dungeon. Okay? I did about 600K overall. Let's just call it there. So maybe the same as what a Mistweaver might do. But it's really good. And then here's our healing. Holy Bulwark, Word of Glory, Holy Shock, Beacon, because I'm using Beacon of Virtue. Then Avenging Crusader. Even though Avenging Crusader looks like it's a little bit low, it's totally fine. It's very good. Hammer and Anvil, Veneration, you get Tempered in Battle, a bunch of little sources of healing coming in here, right? It's really good, guys. I would highly encourage you to think about playing Lightsmith. If you've ever wanted to give it a try, go try it out right now. It's phenomenal. It's doing plus 14s, a plus 15. I'm going to keep pushing with it this week. As I get more item level, it's going to get even better. I'm going to be able to do probably plus 16s with it. Like, I literally haven't got to a key yet where I thought to myself, oh no, I don't have the resources that I need to handle it with this hero tree. Like, I've never had that problem once where I'm like, ooh, this isn't going to work because I'm playing Lightsmith. This is not a problem. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Ask me any questions that you want down there as well. I will link the build down below, and I will see you guys soon. If you want to check out the stream, it's twitch.tv/ZukoVibes. I would love to see you there. We're doing lots of fun and crazy stuff. Please come check it out. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.